Anyone can do that. Can you differentiate between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Yes or no? First you tell me that. Can you do that? Tell me, can you do that? What is aerobic respiration? In the presence of oxygen. That's the first thing. Anaerobic in the absence of oxygen. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the first point. First difference is presence and absence of oxygen. So aerobic is presence of oxygen, anaerobic is absence of. All of you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Aerobic respiration, when I say presence of oxygen, that means it is open. So there's exchange of gases between the organism and the environment. You agree with me?
Yes.
Yes? Yes. Now, regarding anaerobic respiration, when we uh, put the dough for dhokaras and dosas and idlis, what we do, we cover the lid. We cover with the lid. We cover the vessel where it is kept. What? Why I have covered it, beta? For the fermentation. Why I have covered it? For the fermentation. So when I cover it, the exchange of gases is gone. It is not present. Again, you agree with me or not? I've not kept it open, so there is no exchange of gases. I've covered it. I've covered the utensil with a lid, but there is no exchange of gases. That's another important differentiating factor between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic, where does it take place? It takes place in mitochondria and cytoplasm. Whereas in anaerobic respiration, it is occurring only in the cytoplasm. What does it produce in aerobic? Carbon dioxide and water. And what that produces in anaerobic? It may change. It may become carbon dioxide and alcohol, or it may become carbon dioxide and lactic acid. Remember, it gives you pain, the muscular spasm that you get, the cramps that you get in your body. That is due to the presence of lactic acid. Where do you get the aerobic respiration? Cells of our body. Where you get the anaerobic respiration? Yeast, that is the fermentation, where the fermentation takes place to make alcohol. We use the yeast cells and the muscle cells of our body when we get the pain, when the lactic acid accumulation or deposition takes place at a particular site of our body and we get cramps, that shows anaerobic respiration. I hope I have made you understand regarding the differences between aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Is it clear better?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Because this is how I wish that all of you will take part. That's the reason that I keep on asking you questions. So when you're with me, you have to be very alert, you have to be very active, you have to be attentive, then only you will learn better. Otherwise, the whole
Okay.
thing will become a bit boring and you will not like it. So,
Okay, ma'am.
if you are not able to understand, you can stop me in between, you can stop me anytime. The main motto is that whatever we teach you, whatever you are learning, should be near 100%. So that when you revise, you feel that you know everything. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So, respiration, we know what is respiration. Now we'll do the process. One process which is included in respiration is breathing. What it is, beta? Breathing.
Breathing.
So let's understand. Beta, is 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 it coming from your side? Disturbance?
What, ma'am?
Someone's voice I can hear. So is it from your mic? Is it coming from your mic? That's what I'm asking you. Okay, doesn't matter. Read regarding breathing. Beta, start reading.
Okay, ma'am. Breathing. Breathing is the process by which oxygen rich air is taken in and carbon dioxide rich air is given out with the help of the respiratory organs.
Okay, now I will
The,
stop you. I will stop you,
okay.
beta. What are respiratory organs? What are the respiratory organs? Can you tell me? Which
Lungs.
is the organ? Yes, very good. Lungs. From lungs, where does it go, beta? How the air is going into the lungs? That you should say. You're absolutely right. But is it going straight to lungs or through some other organ it is going to lungs?
Other organ.
What is the other organ? How does it go to lungs? Well, tell me, how does the air go to lungs? You tell me that. Nose. You're thinking so much. How does it go? Nose, nostrils. The two holes in a nose are called as nostrils. So we breathe in through our nose. The air goes inside, which is rich in oxygen, and the air comes outside, which is rich in carbon dioxide. Now, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. These are the respiratory organs. So, what comes in? Oxygen rich air. What goes out? Carbon dioxide rich air. This
Yes.
mechanism, this process is known as breathing. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Now read.
The taking of the air rich in the oxygen is called inhalation. The giving out of air rich in carbon dioxide is called exhalation.
Exhalation. Very good. So,
Exhalation.
the taking in process, the taking in of rich, oxygen rich air, the process is called as inhalation. The giving out process, or the giving out carbon dioxide rich air, is called as exhalation. Okay, so these are the processes that you have to remember. Now we come to breathing rate. What we come to, beta? Breathing rate. Yes, read.
Breathing rate. The number of the times a person breathes in
Is it the
a
written, beta?
what, ma'am?
The number of the times you said. Is the written over there?
No, sorry.
Then, so read properly so your English will improve better. Okay? The
Okay.
number of times,
Breathing rate. The number of times a person breathes in a minute is called the breathing rate. Number of breaths per minute.
breaths.
When
What you will write? What you will say, sorry? Breaths. Number of breaths, not breaths. Number of
breaths.
breaths per minute is called as breathing rate. So per minute, how many times you breathe is called as breathing rate. Okay.
Okay.
Breathe,
When a person needs more energy, he breathes faster, more
breathes.
ox he breathes faster, more oxygen is supplied to the cells, more food is broken down and more energy is released.
Good. So when I need more energy, when do I need more energy, beta? We need more energy for running, for doing some
Yes.
physical work. We need more energy to study also. Yes. So
Yes.
my breathing becomes faster. If I'm going upstairs, like I'm not taking the lift, but I'm going to taking the steps, the stairs. So I start breathing faster, isn't it? I start breathing faster.
Yes.
Yeah. So that time what happens? The oxygen rushes to the cells. And that time what happens? Along with oxygen, the food is broken down and food is digested. And when the food is digested, we get more of energy. The energy is released. You can see over here, running, jogging, reading, sleeping. Even sleeping takes a lot of calories. Okay? We at times during sleep also we are breathing faster at times.
Yes.
Now what is breathing? Read.
Okay, ma'am. Breathing. Breathing is the mechanical process. Definition of breathing. Mechanical process by which oxygen enters the lungs from the air outside and carbon dioxide is removed from the lungs into environment.
Okay. So it's a mechanical, it's like a machine. Am I having any control over my lungs better? Can I stop my working?
No,
Can I stop my heart to work?
no.
No. Can I? No. So it's a mechanical process. It's working like a machine. It's a process by which oxygen enters the lungs from the air and carbon dioxide is removed from the lungs where into the environment. There is exchange of gases. Yes or no? There is exchange of gases. Oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? This is called as breathing. We see how this respiratory system looks like. This is nose. You see this over here? This is nose. So it goes from here, it goes here, getting it? It goes down. This is the trachea or the windpipe. What it is called as? What is the other name of
Trachea.
trachea, beta? Windpipe. What is the other name of trachea? Windpipe. And from
Windpipes.
windpipe, you can see it's got that lines over here. Can you see the lines?
Yes, ma'am.
So from trachea, it goes into, see, it's getting divided over here. One on this lungs and further divided, again further divided. So this trachea divides and goes into two lungs. And these are called as bronchi. What are these called as? These tubes are called as bronchi.
Bronchi.
People say, no, you've got bronchitis. This is the problem. So this looks like a tree. It branches out. Okay?
Yes.
So this is how our lungs look like. Have you ever seen our lungs like this? This is our lungs. Inside you get this bronchial tree. Okay, beta? So you can see over here.
Okay.
This is better. This is a nasal passage, and this is the mouth. And it is a common tube over here. Do you observe this? That's a common tube. I should see. Here you can see it's a common tube. The nose as well as mouth. It is common over here. Have you observed that? Okay? And that's the reason why we say that while eating, don't talk. Because when we talk, the flap opens up of the lungs and the food can go into the windpipe and then we start talking. Has it happened any time like this? That you start
Yes.
talking while eating? That's the reason that why we are not supposed to speak when we are eating. Because this sort of accident may occur.
Okay.
Now, I think we studied regarding larynx. This is larynx, voice box, remember? Did we study that? Voice box? No.
No.
So if you have got an elder brother or if you have your father, you just see the neck, the throat. You can see a certain a bony structure coming out from the neck. Have you observed that?
Yes.
Coming out. That
No.
is called as larynx. What it is called, beta? Larynx. Now you hold your throat like this with your fingertips. That's your throat. That's your neck with your fingertips while speaking. You can feel the vibration. This is the voice box. What it is? Voice box. And the other name of the voice box is larynx, which is very prominent in males. When they become adult, you can see a bony structure coming out of the neck.
Yes.
Have you observed that? And if you have not, then observe it today. Okay? And that's the
Okay.
reason that the voice of the males they change. When the when a boy child has got a different voice altogether. But when he starts growing and this protrusion of larynx happens during the adolescent period, the voice becomes heavy, it becomes rough. Suddenly the voice changes. Okay? It's due to the
Yes.
larynx, it's due to the voice box. And then you can see over here, this is trachea. Can you see this? This is trachea.
Yes.
Okay? And this trachea is dividing and it becomes bronchi. This
Yes.
bronchi further divides and it becomes bronchioles. These are uh, in details I'm talking about. And you should know that here we have got the heart. This is the heart. Can you see this? This one? It is inside. It's covered by lungs. This is the heart on the left hand side. These are the ribs. You can feel it. These are the ribs, which gives protection to the heart as well as lungs. So inside the lungs we have got ribs. Understood better? See, can you
Yes.
see this? These are all ribs. And the
Yes.
lungs are protected inside the ribs. These are all ribs. Can you see this?
Yes.
And inside the ribs we have got heart towards the left hand side. Yes, beta, and the lungs. I hope the things are quite clear now. This is how our internal body looks like. And this bronchial tree, can you see this branches?
Yes, ma'am.
And when all things, what is happening in COVID, I should tell you this. In COVID, what is happening? All these passages gets blocked. We cannot breathe. All these passages gets blocked. You got my point? And then we
Yes, ma'am.
can't breathe. And we suffocate and die. Okay? Okay, beta?
Okay, ma'am.
This is how our ribs look like.
Hmm.
This is the front view and this is the side view. This is the front view and this is the side view. Can you observe this? Our body,
Yes, ma'am.
inside our body, it is like this. And the these are the bones. Can you see these bones at the back? This is the vertebral column. What it is? Vertebral column.
Hmm.
You touch your back in between. You have got a row of bones, small bones. You can feel the bones. That is called as vertebral column. What it is called as? Vertebral column. जिसको हम रीढ़ की हड्डी
Vertebral
कहते हैं.
column.
ये vertebral column.
Hmm.
Understood? Okay?
Yes.
Okay. You can see it's more over here. You can understand. These are the
Hmm.
vertebral columns. Can you see this? This one.
Yes.
Okay? You must have, you got a granny or grandpa or grandma. Sometimes they're not able to sit together because there's a cushion in between. And if it is gone, then the bones they have friction with each other and it gives a lot of pain and the person becomes bedridden. The person cannot move, cannot work. So
Yes.
remember, we have to take care when you're young of our body. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So when we breathe in, what happens? Let's see. See.
Ma'am, can I read?
Yeah, sure, beta. Give me your name. First, you have to give me your name.
Sakina Rajani.
Yes, beta. Say, say breathing in. Start reading, beta.
Breathe in,
Breathing
breathe
in.
in, in.
Hmm.
Ribs swimming upwards
Swing.
and
Swing.
outwards. Swim upwards and outwards.
Hmm. Diaphragm.
Diagram moves downward and
It is
flatter.
diaphragm.
Diagram.
Diaphragm. No, it's not gram. It's ram.
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm. Yeah.
Diaphragm moves downward and flatten.
Flatten. Flatten.
Flatten.
Okay. I will show you what is actually diaphragm. What about breathing out? Hello. Read better. Breathing out.
Breathe out. Breathe out. Breathing out.
Breathing out.
Ribs return to original position.
Hmm.
Diagram relax and adjusts upwards.
Okay. Diaphragm relaxes and arches upwards. Fine. So you can see the process when we all of us are breathing in. What is happening to our body? The ribs go up. Whenever we're breathing in, obviously our lungs are expanding. Yes or better? Do you understand? Lungs expand. Hello. When you put air in
Yes, ma'am.
the tire swells up, isn't it? The tires become round. It takes more volume. Same way, when we are taking in air inside the lungs, the size of the lungs increases. Yes? When the size of the lungs increases, ribs have to give space to the lungs to expand. So when the ribs expand, it goes up and it goes outward. That means diaphragm goes down. When the diaphragm goes down, then only I will have space in our body, isn't it? And now, when I'm releasing carbon dioxide out to the environment, ribs come back to the original positions. That's the reason that the lungs get squeezed, the lungs gets squeezed, and the carbon dioxide comes out of the lungs with a force. That means diaphragm comes to its normal position, yes, and it comes up. Any problem? Any problem? This is what I'm going to show you here, how the diaphragm works during inhalation and exhalation. Yes, better read.
Ma'am, can I?
Yeah.
How do we breathe? The respiratory system helps in breathing. The main parts of the respiratory system are nostrils, nasal cavity, windpipe, lungs, and diaphragm.
Okay, fine.
Breathing,
Yes, continue.
breathe, breathing involves the ribcage and a muscular sheath below the chest cavity called dia- diaphragm.
Yes.
During the inhalation, breathing in the chest cavity increases in size and diaphragm moves towards the air enters into the lungs. During the exhalation, the chest cavity reduces in size and the diaphragm moves up and air pushes out of the lungs.
That's good. First, we'll see, observe the human respiratory system that I've already shown you. This is how the human respiratory system looks like. Starting from the nose, the nostrils, the nasal cavity, then it comes down, it's pharynx, larynx, trachea, then it is divided into bronchi, okay, which is all the lungs and the heart is uh, surrounded or covered or given protection by ribs.
Hmm.
Understood? Now look
Yes,
over
ma'am.
here. Look over here. Yeah. This is what we are going to work with. Air comes in. And the first air comes in. Now this is a muscular sheath which is called as diaphragm. What it is called as? Diaphragm. So when the air is inhaled, it is taken inside the body. You can see the size of the ribs. It has expanded. Look at the comparison. This is squeezed. See, this is narrow and this is broad. Observe.
Yes.
Yes. So ribs move out. Ribs is giving space for the lungs to expand. So automatically diaphragm, you can see diaphragm comes down. Then only it can give the space.
Yes.
Now look over here. The air is forced out. Air is going out. That means how can it? Because the diaphragm has gone up. See, the diaphragm is over here and the diaphragm is here. Look at the difference. So it is
Yes.
pushing. It is pushing the lungs to squeeze so that air comes out with a force. And the ribs come back to the original position. Look at it's narrow. Look at this, it's broad. You see the difference?
Yes.
And the diaphragm is pushed up. Here the diaphragm comes to its normal position, whereas in this case the diaphragm is pushed up. Okay? So that the lung squeezes the carbon dioxide out of the nose. Any problem?
No.
You can stop me right now if you have any problem. Rest of the girls, did you understand whatever I taught you just now?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Okay? No, what I asked you is, did you understand whatever has been taught to you?
Yes.
So can I go to the next slide?
Yes.
Again, the same thing. Inhalation. Look at the diagram. Can you see this diagram?
Yes.
This is inhalation. That means the size of the lungs will increase. This is exhalation. That means size of the lungs. See, you can see the size of the lungs like this. And look at the size of the lungs still here. Can you see the difference? Yes or no? See, look at the size of the lungs and look at the size of the lungs over here. So when it is exhaled, the lungs squeezes, it goes up. And what makes it goes up? This diaphragm. Here in inhalation, the diaphragm comes back to its original space and the lungs are in its complete capacity. See, the lungs are still whole as lungs. This is only this much of lungs. Look at the
Yes.
size. Can you see the size? Let me
Yes.
show you in a better manner. Then only you will understand. See over here. Is it okay? So I magnified it. I can show you. Yes? Look at this.
Yes.
Yes? Which one is bigger? The left or right? Which is bigger? Which one is bigger?
Right.
Right. Good. The diagram, now look at the diagram. Original place and look at this diagram. Got the difference? Now the
Yes.
diaphragm is at its place, so the lungs are in full capacity. The diaphragm has grown up, that means the lungs is also squeezed, and this is exhalation. This is inhalation. Understood now?
Yes.
Yes. That's why the lungs have become big because the air is pushed inside the lungs. The lungs have inflated, lungs have grown big because of the taking in of air which is rich in oxygen. Here, until it's a squeeze, how the carbon dioxide will go out. So you have to squeeze it, and which helps for it to squeeze this diaphragm. Which helps for it diaphragm. Is it clear? Look at the way it is pushing. Got it? Understood, Vita? So diaphragm pushes the lungs up. It goes. It reduces its size and it squeezes out the carbon dioxide rich air outside the body. Okay? Okay, beta?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Whenever diaphragm moves down, so if I ask you, this is left and this is right, you just tell me which is inhalation and which is exhalation.
Left is inhalation and right
Very good.
is exhalation.
Very good. Left is inhalation, right is
Exhalation.
exhalation because of diaphragm. So you can see the diaphragm over here. You can see the diaphragm over here. Look at the
Yes.
difference, isn't it? So here, whenever there is inhalation, I need space. The lungs want to have more space. So what will happen? The ribs will move out. It will give us space. It will make a space for lungs to grow. Yes? And in case of diaphragm moves back, the lung squeezes. The ribs also come back to its original place. And the air, which is rich in carbon dioxide, rushes out of the lungs. You understood now, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
So I've taken almost 2, 3 slides so that you will understand better.
Yes.
This is last time we are going to read regarding inhalation and exhalation. Let's read better. It's just a revision. I've taken that's the reason why I've taken this. That is quite. You should understand how we breathe. So I've taken 2, 3 slides for explanation purpose. Read better.
Can I read one?
Yes, better. You have to give your name always.
Sakina
Tina
Rajani.
Rajani. Yes, read better.
During inhalation, the breathing involves two processes, inhalation and exhalation.
Hmm.
During inhalation, the diaphragm
Diaphragm.
moves
Diaphragm. Okay.
diaphragm,
Diaphragm.
diaphragm
Hmm.
moves down and the rib move upwards and outwards. The
Thereby.
thereby increase the space in the chest cavity.
Hmm.
This leads move to the movement of air inside the lungs. During
Hmm.
exhalation, the diaphragm moves to its former position
Hmm.
and the ribs move downwards and inwards.
Hmm.
The rib reducing the size of the chest. This
Cavity.
leads of the movement of air out of the lungs.
Good. So, same way, what is inhalation and what is exhalation? What happens in our body, in the lungs, has been given to you in detail. So, it's very easy along with diaphragm. If there's no diaphragm, remember that it will not happen. Because diaphragm is the one, this is the muscular membrane, which is helping the lungs to expand, which is helping the lungs to squeeze out, isn't it? What do you say? Hello? What do you say, Beta? If there was no
Yes.
diaphragm, do you think it would have happened? Yes?
No.
No.
No. So that is very important. Diaphragm is very important for the movement of the lungs. Now let's see, it's an activity. What do we breathe out? How do we know that what are we breathing out? Please read. Read better.
Can I
Hello?
read?
Yes,
Can
better.
I read?
Name?
Rupani Zainab.
Can I?
Rupani Zainab.
What do we breathe out? The air we
Rest of you,
breathe.
please put off your mic. Yes.
What do we breathe out? The air we breathe in is a mixture of a carbon dioxide and moisture. Activity: take a test tube and pour some lime water into it.
Hmm.
Insert a plastic straw into the lime water. Blow air through the straw into the lime water. The lime water turns milky. This shows that the air we breathe out contains carbon dioxide. Take a
Okay.
mirror and blow air on the mirror. A film of moisture is formed on the mirror. This shows that the air we breathe out contains moisture.
Huh. Now, what I've taken in the test tube? Lime water. What is lime
Lime water,
water? Calcium hydroxide. What is lime water, beta?
calcium
Calcium
hydroxide.
hydroxide. You put a straw in the lime water. Okay? Lime water. You put a straw. So what you're breathing out? You're breathing out, isn't it? You're putting the air which is inside our body and make it bubble in the lime water. Yes or no? This has got carbon dioxide. What it has got? Carbon dioxide. And when it reacts with lime water, it becomes calcium carbonate. What it becomes? Say calcium carbonate. And the lime water turns milky because calcium carbonate is milky in color. It is a precipitate. So it's confirming the gas which is coming out from our body is carbon dioxide. This is a confirmation test. Any problem? Hello.
No.
So the gas which is released by a body outside the body is carbon dioxide that is confirmed by this activity. Okay. Next one. Now you just hold your finger under your nose and breathe out like this. Breathe out. And after some time, if you touch your finger, you can feel a bit of moisture on the finger. Just observe. It shows that even air has got moisture with it. The air which is coming out of our body has got moisture, it means got water. We do on the glass from our mouth, we breathe out like this. We do. Have you observed that? And you get that fogginess on the mirror. Yes or no? If you wish to clean your spectacles or your glasses, so we breathe out from our mouth and then we wipe it, clean the glass. Have you ever observed it like that? Have you ever done it? Hello, girls, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes. So
Ma'am.
whatever I'm saying, do you agree with me? Yes. Do you
Yes,
agree
ma'am.
with me? Whatever I said just now, that the air which comes out from our body, from a nostril, from a nose, has got carbon dioxide as well as water. This is an activity which shows that the gas which is coming out of our body has got carbon dioxide as well as water. Okay? I think we come to a close of today's lecture. It's 9:30 already, I think so. Yes, beta? Well, that will take a bit of time for explanation. It's already 9:30. I hope you have understood today's matter, whatever I taught you. Have you understood it nicely, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Do you think that this portion is tough and you're not able to understand? This I'm not able to follow. Is it coming to your mind?
Yes,
Hmm? Or is it clear?
clear.
Clear.
Thank you, then. I'm glad. But anyways, you just revise it again. If you have got a textbook, then you take it the textbook. If you don't have, you got a PDF of this chapter. You go through the chapter, hmm? Or the uploaded video. You got lots of references to refer to. So whatever uploaded video you will have later, please go through it, and that's enough for you for a day. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
fine. So have a good day, all of you, and enjoy your day. Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, beta.
Ma'am, thank you for coming.
I also
And have a
thank you,
nice
beta.
day.
Have a nice
Sure, sure. You too have a nice
day.
day.
Bye.
Bye, beta.
Bye.
Bye, beta.
Bye, ma'am.
Ma'am is already gone.